I created Species Nutrition with one mission in mind: to provide bodybuilders and serious athletes with no-nonsense supplements that work. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution.
What is going on? Welcome back to the Midday Muscle. You know what? Just because it's summer and because I miss Tosh.0 a little bit, it's Hawaiian Shirt Week! Let's do it. Well, there is another big week of bodybuilding coming right up, especially for everyone who's been looking forward to the Tampa Pro, which is set to go down on Saturday. But if you were looking forward to seeing a showdown between Hunter Labrada and Blessing Awadibu, looks like that one's going to be on ice for a while, because Blessing's camp announced recently that he's pulling out of Tampa because they didn't think he was going to be ready in time. That's a genuine bummer. Now, after he came in slightly off in Chicago 2 weeks ago, the vibe he got from people close to the camp was that he was going to use this opportunity in Tampa to course correct. So the fact that he's saying he can't be ready 2 weeks after he was just on stage has got to give you some pause if you're a Blessing fan. Then again, this might end up being no deal at all in the long run, so we'll just have to all wait and see what's in store for him as these next few weeks play out. As the old overused saying goes, where one door closes, another can open. So with Blessing out of the lineup in Tampa now, that leaves room for someone to step in and make a move. There's a good chance that someone might just be Jon Delarosa. Shortly after his huge comeback performance in Chicago, where he took second behind Justin Shear, Jon announced on his Instagram that he was planning to jump into the show in Tampa this weekend, where he's presumably coming in as the clear-cut #2 guy now, to potentially play the role of spoiler, and derail what looks to be a runaway freight train in Hunter. Jon honestly might have been better than anyone anticipated in Chicago after that long sabbatical. So if he takes this last week or so to make some adjustments, potentially tighten up even more, there's a possibility he'll make things really interesting for the judges this weekend. We've also got a new update for you today from your 212 champ, Kamal, who looks like he's really starting to turn up the intensity in the last phase of his Masters Olympia prep. At this point, we're only a few weeks out from the return of the Masters, and it's been really interesting to hear some of the chatter that's been floating around out there about who the favorite is, because there has been a growing sentiment that Phil Clahar is the front runner here since he beat out Hassan Mustafa to win the Orlando Pro. That was a huge moment for him, and absolutely well deserved. But I think what's getting lost in the sauce here is the fact that Phil was far and away at his all-time best there, and who's to say if that's enough to give him an edge over Kamal, who's been consistently awesome throughout the course of his whole career. If Kamal comes in completely dialed in, and he normally does, then it's going to be a rough road for everyone else in the lineup, because he is too good not to be in the mix here. And since we just briefly mentioned Hassan Mustafa, now would probably be a good time to segue over to him, because he has started to get that ball rolling with his Olympia prep again. We've heard from people close to Hassan's camp that one of the things he's really trying to focus on over the next 15 weeks or so is adding more detail from the back, where he already has all the size in the world. But if you can add a few details in here and there, especially in the biggest show of his career, that could end up being the difference between him making the top 10 and potentially free-falling down the scorecard. With that being said, given how last year's Olympia prep ended, I'm sure he'd love nothing more than to make this year count even more. And if that means bringing in detail that we've never seen before to help him get an edge, you can all but guarantee he'll do everything in his power to make that happen. That will do it for this Midday Muscle. Thanks for still watching. Keep it locked on RX Muscle. Peace out.